Thank you all for joining the session. So today we are going to talk about the new services which is called ABS. This is related to storage service. Example, whenever you are purchasing a laptop, so internally some storage is available, like your desktop as well. So the storage we are used for to install your operating system and you run your applications and you can save your data. Same way in Amazon Web Services, when you're creating instances, the virtual machines, we require storage. The storage will be provided by EBS service. EBS stands for Elastic Block Storage. Elastic Block Storage. Basically, this Elastic Block Storage is a persistent block level storage. Persistent block level storage. What is meaning of persistent? Persistent means constant. If any data is stored on EBS store, the data will be permanently saved. Okay, non-persistent means once user is logged off, again login back to the system, the data will be deleted. That is called non-persistent. So, but it is a persistent. Your data is very safe. And it is a block level storage. What is meaning of block level storage? Okay, what is meaning of block level storage? If you go to Google and you can check that, so you'll get a lot of fix. See, so this is called block level storage. Okay, so what is the use of block level storage means? If the data you want to store on the hard disk, these blocks will get filled out, and in that blocks, your data will be saved. So this is a blocks. So all your objects, the data will be stored here. Example, if you're deleting some data, the blocks will get cleared out. The total number of blocks, how many blocks are free, that is your free space on your hard disk. This is called block level storage. The block level storage, each block have capacity to store some amount of data. So that is a 512 by 4096 bytes. The fixed block size will be available. So with that, you can store huge amount of data. So block will be filling by one, so that your storage will be properly maintaining and managing. So this block level storage used for instances in Amazon Web Services to store any data in your project. It is a safe and secure. So example, I'm logging into aws.amazon.com. So I successfully logged in here. I'm moving to Mumbai location and click on Services, Compute, EC2. So block level storage is a part of EC2 service because the volume is necessary availability for your instances. Example, once I click up volumes, how many instances you created, the related instances volume will be stored in this volume section. Example, I'm going to instances. Three instances are there. The three instances related volume will be available in the volume section. If your instance is removed, the deleted from here, okay, and your volume also will get deleted from elastic block storage. Suppose Mumbai AL2 demo, the instance I'm going to delete, the terminate here. Now it's terminating. I'm going to volumes. See, one volume will get removed. See, one volume is removed. So your instance is depending on the EBS volume. EBS volume. Suppose the charges for instances when the machine is turned on, then only the charges will be counted. You know that information. But here in this concept, here in this concept, the instances, the Amazon EC2 provide only compute power. Compute power. That means the RAM and CPU will be provided by EC2 service. So whenever you powered on the server, the instance, only the charges will be applicable. Only during the time it will consume the power resources, computer power resources. But volumes not like that. Either you using the system, you're not using the system, no matter what. What are the volume it is created associated with the instances? Once the volume is blocked from the block level storage, the charges will get continued. The charges will get continued. Still you have a doubt. I know that. So Rajesh, we have a two instances and two volumes are there. Total 30 plus 8 GB, 38 GB is there. So 38 GB will be consuming from the elastic block storage? No. So even though if you're taking 30 GB, whatever the storage used in this particular volume, maybe 20 GB or 25 GB or 18 GB, only the particular volume consumed space, okay, storage will be charged from the elastic block storage. The concept is pay-per-use concept. Okay, whichever we are not used, we don't want to pay. So even though a block you can create 1,000 GB, no issues. Whatever the size we are using by the instances, only the charges will be applicable. Got it? Suppose I'm going to instances. I'm going to instances. Now there is a Windows web server is there. I'm going to start it here. I'm going to start here. Once the machine is powered on, I'll connect and I'll do some activities in this Windows machine. So now the server is running. Let me take the public IP address and connecting the server. Administrator and password. I need to extract the password from the key pair. Mumbai W16 Web 01. I successfully logged into Windows Server. So now I'm open the File Explorer and go to this PC. This is a 30 GB. Okay, this 30 GB is here. This 30 GB is here. Okay, suppose the scenario is, so this 30 GB, it's not sufficient in this server. I want to increase. I want to increase additional storage. Example 10 GB or maybe 20 GB or 30 GB. I need to increase. Shall able to increase the storage? Yes, we can. Through EBS, it is possible. So what we need to do, this particular 30 GB select and go to action, modify volume. 30 GB, you can change it to 40 GB. So the volume can be create between 1 GB to 16,384 GB. That means 16 terabyte. You can create maximum per volume. That's a very huge cost, guys. That's a very huge cost if 16 terabyte means, but we are not using that much. Okay. It is option 16,384 GB we can create in single volume and click modify and click modify. Once again, confirm that. See, this is in progress. So once it is successfully completed, you can go to the server and we can check that whether it is increased or not. This will take some time for recreating of storage. So now 40 GB is showing here, but still it is in use, optimizing. Okay, 2%. So we don't have any other work until the successful completion of 100%. So let me pause the record. So your question is in real-time environment, how the storage will be increasing in Amazon Web Services. That is your question. So what is the way we are doing it? So
Yeah,
currently,
what?
what are the way I'm explaining? The same method we are doing it. There is no difference. Even 0.1% it is not different. Okay. But we will
Oh,
follow
that's
the process. We will follow the process. What process now? Example, there is a web server. If you are increasing the volume, means you will raise a request. Okay. Some change request. This server is this much of free space is available. So we need additional space. We are going to increase the volume and you will raise a request in the ticketing tool like a service now, BMC remedy. Okay. And you will be sending
Mhm.
approval. And once you got approval, you will raise you will raise the you will increase the volume until unless you are not doing that.
Okay. But even that service server administrator or whoever is handling this, so they have to log into the same window what you're showing that and
Same,
go to that.
same, same
Okay.
option. No changes at all.
Okay. I thought that they would do it in some command line or something like
No, no,
that. No,
no.
this is okay. Okay.
in case if you want to do this particular process immediately, and you can shut down the server and you can do that. So it will do very fast. If the machine is powered on, this in-use optimization will be taking a lot of time. Okay. Suppose I'm going to instances the W16 web server. I'm going to stop it here. Okay. So please wait for some time.
Am I audible?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah. So basically, whenever we are modifying these thing through the front end, so like AWS, how it does in the back end that like the drive space increase, it's generally like people would need to format or increase, or that's how they do like in general, like when physical machines. So here, like behind the scene, how things are happening.
Okay, good question. So now the people are increasing the drive, decreasing the drive, formatting the drive, merging the drives. These all the activities are doing. That is normally in physical environment, in virtual environment, how you're doing the same concept, you can do it here. I'll show you some examples. I'll show you today. Okay.
Okay.
See here. Now 40 GB is successfully increased. So now it is volume is in use state. Now I'm going back to instance. Let me power on the server. So once it is power on, I'll logging in. I need a password. So now the machine is successfully logged in. I just open the file explorer. This PC still 30 GB only because it is not increasing. We need to manually upgrade 30 GB to 40 GB through disk management. So go to run diskmgt.msc. See this 10 GB is unallocated space. So right click, extend the volume. Next, this 10 GB I'm adding here, total 40 GB now. That's it. Okay, minimize. Now is a 30 GB, right? You can refresh here. Now it is a 40 GB. This is the way we can expand. Another setup question. Will you decrease the volume size? No. Only incremental is possible. Decremental is not possible. That's a limitation. Okay. Only volume increment is possible, decrement is not possible. Next question. Shall we create multiple drives on your instances? Yes, we can create. Yes, we can create. So what are the volume is there? The space, the free space you can create to additional drive. Maybe you can create additional volume and you can create a multiple drives. Example here 40 GB is there. Let's go to the disk management, right click. There is an option called shrink. So let me take 10 GB out of it. I want to create additional drive. Yes, I can create. So here 100240, that means 10 GB. I'm going to taking out of the C drive. See 10 GB. Now this drive, I'm going to create a new simple volume. That's a D drive. D drive. Now D drive is created. So this is a 30 GB, this is a 10 GB. This is a way in a single volume you can create a multiple drives on your instance. So what are the concept I'm explaining? Both AWS concept and Windows concept. Okay. Suppose, shall I create additional volume? I can create a new drives in the instances. Yes, it is possible. Go to volume, create a new volume. When I click a create a new volume, it will ask, hey, what is a volume type? So different types of volumes are there. So like we have general purpose, provisioned, cold, throughput, magnetic. The highest performance is general purpose one and a provisioned IOPS. So basic level is general purpose, higher level is provision. Cold throughput, these all are very old technologies, nobody using it. So in free tier eligibility practice, you can go with a general purpose SSD only. So minimum 1 GB to maximum 16,384 GB we can create, but I don't want to create this much of volume. I can create a 10 GB volume, and this is IOP speed. And which availability zone you are creating this volume. That's a very, very important. Example, now the instance is running on AP South 1A. That means availability zone A. Even in your volume also, you should create in A only. If you're creating in B, this volume cannot connect it to the instance. Are you clear? If any new volume is creating for your instance, before you creating a volume, you please thoroughly check that your instance is running on which availability zone. That's a very, very important. Now I'm selecting 1A. Now finally I click creating it. Now 10 GB is created. Now it is creating, now it is available. So if you're creating multiple drives, it is very difficult to manage it. Please rename it. Okay. This is for what server? What is the server name is? Mumbai W16, Mumbai W16 Web 01. I'm going to create a E drive. Create it. Then what is the next step? This particular volume I need to assign to the instance. There is an option called attach volume. Select the instance which is running on availability zone A. That is called Mumbai W16 Web 01 and attach volume. That's it. Now can go here. You can refresh from the file explorer. It will not come. Go to disk management. The 10 GB was added here. So by default, it'll be a down because of it's a new volume. So right click, bring into online, initialize the disk, and there are two types of disk will be there. One is MBR, another one is a GPT. So everybody, you need to understand what is the difference between MBR and a GPT. MBR is the old one, GPT is the latest one. MBR is a lower version, GPT is a higher version. So this is a generic concept. So you can check this Google, okay, the difference between, okay, difference MBR versus GPT. So guys, don't think about a GPT means there is a AI tool. That's a different. This is a different. Okay, Chat GPT something is different. Okay, you can see this in MBR, master boot record. MBR means master boot record. GPT means grid partition table. If you're creating a single volume, a drive, maximum capacity is 2 terabyte. Example, you're creating C drive or D drive or E drive or F drive, whatever the drive you're creating for your machine. The maximum drive capacity is 2 terabyte. But if you're going with a volume model with a GPT, 9.4 zettabyte, the configuration you can do it. So guys, what is meaning of what is meaning of 1 zettabyte means 1 billion terabytes. 1 billion means 1 billion means I'm poor in mathematics, guys. Okay, so let me calculate it. Anybody have any answer? I don't know. What is meaning of billion? 1 billion means 10 lakhs, right? 10 lakhs. 1 billion means
1 billion is 1,000 million. So
1000 million.
yeah,
1000 million. Okay, okay. So 10 million is equal to 1 billion, right?
No, no.
uh, no, 100. If we talk in crore term,
Uh-huh.
1 billion would be 100 crores.
One, one, sorry,
One billion would be 100 crores.
100 crores. Okay. So that's a very big number. So you
Yeah.
can calculate yourself. Okay. So this is a huge size. Then 9.4 zettabyte. The single volume is nobody use it, but the concept is available. Nowadays, big data, everything using this concept only. Okay. Everywhere we are using GPT only. We are not using MBR. And the second difference is partitions. If you go with the MBR partition, example, suppose I'm creating MBR, master boot record partition. I have a I have a hard disk. This hard disk size is example 1 TB. 1 TB means 1024 GB. You know, right? Example, I created one drive. This is a C drive. Okay, this is a C volume with a 200 GB. Still, how much left here? 800 GB, right? So one partition is over. Next, one more drive I'm creating. This is a D drive. Suppose again 200 GB I used here. Like that, EF drive is also created. So E drive 200 GB, F drive 200 GB. So still how much left in this mission? The remaining storage space, 200 GB, right? So this 200 GB, whatever the free space available in the storage, we cannot use for creating another drive. So C, D, E, F, G drive we cannot create because MBR limitation is only 4 primary partitions. Only 4 primary partitions. Only 4 primary partitions we can create. This is a rule number 1. If you want to create, if you want to create more than 4 volumes, more than 4 volumes. First of all, only you can create a 3 primary partitions or 2 primary partitions, whatever you wish. Whatever the remaining space. What is the free space now here? What is the free space now here? Anybody can tell me? So 200, 200, 200, 600 is gone. So 400 is available here. This 400 GB you can create here. Okay. That is called extended partition. You can create extended partition. This is called extended partition. Okay. So with this extended partition, you can create a logical drives inside it, like EF drive, G drive, etc., etc. You can create. This is G drive. I hope everybody's understand, right? So primary partitions. This is a logical partitions. Are you clear? The difference between MBR and GPT. In MBR, what is the partitions mechanism?
Yes, sir.
No questions, right?
I'm good.
Good, thank you. See, now you can choose whichever you want. Going back, now coming to GPT, see, they mentioned that 4 primary partitions are 3 primary partition and 1 infinite number logical partitions we can create. Okay. Next, GPT 128 primary partitions we can create. Those are very huge partitions. If you go with a GPT, you can go with a GPT. We can create 128 primary partitions. And firmware, older version systems, we will use BIOS. In BIOS only MBR will work. If latest missions, we are using UEFI model. It's a latest version of firmware. So GPT will work. Okay. So Windows 8 and above versions only the GPT will support it. Coming back here, I'm going to create MBR. Now right click, new simple volume, next, next, E drive, next, finish. This is a way you can create a additional volume. You can create additional volume. With that additional volume, you can create a new drives in instances.
Sir, can you go to the Windows File Explorer? So, how do we know which drive is in which volume?
Good question. Good question. See here, if you go with the primary partitions, this blue color will be showing here. Okay.
Okay.
If we created logical partitions, extended partitions, the color coding will be changed.
Okay.
Mm. So I can show you in this Google Pics. So you can see here, blue, um, dark green, light green. Okay.
Okay.
So is there a separate method to create a logical partitions or extended partition, Rajesh?
Only this method. Only this method. Maybe some third-party tools available. Okay, disk partition tools, but not required. We have a inbuilt disk management console is there. We can do that.
Okay.
Coming to snapshots. Coming to snapshots. What is the use of snapshot? Snapshot, a technology used for backup of your volume. Snapshot is a technology, a feature to use backup of your volume. In case of any time you lost the data, if you have taken a snapshot, you can restore the previous data without losing. So, but you have to take the snapshot. The snapshot also consuming the storage space. Okay. Suppose I'll take a small demo. This is a E drive, right? 10 GB. I have created a separate folder important. In this, I have created some important data. I saved it. Mm. Now go to volumes, select the volume, action, create a snapshot. Okay. E drive, snapshot. Now go here and you can check this. It is creating. It depends on the size. It will take some time.
Rajesh, how does it know that it has to take that 10 GB drive only.
So I have selected the volume size is 10 GB. It will take a snapshot. So that means the 10 GB entire data will be taking a snapshot here. If you're taking another volume means 30 GB will consume like that. What is the size of the volume? If you're taking a snapshot, the size of the volume equal snapshot will get created. Okay. I'm going to snapshots. Now 100% snapshot is successfully created. You can see this. So E drive snapshot. Hmm. Now I'm going to the server. Okay. I'm going to the server. This is a E volume. Suppose this data I have removed it. Unfortunately I deleted. We don't have any data in recycle bin also. How to recover? How to recover? I'll show you how to recover. Now can see this, no data in important folder. First of all, whatever the volume, the 10 GB is there now, you can go ahead here and force detach. Force detach. Force detach. Now it is available. Better you can leave this as is. You can go to snapshots, select the snapshot, action, create a volume from snapshot. Got it right? Create a volume from the snapshot. Click here. Same as it is. Don't change anything. Don't change anything. Just create it. Go to volumes. Go to volumes. Now it is created. Now it's created. That's a newly created this one. This volume I need to attach. Before attaching, I'm going to open File Explorer. There is no E drive. Listen carefully. There is no E drive. Now I'm selecting this volume. Attach to the instance. Attach. Now go here. See, E drive is back. Important. Your data is safe. Your data is very safe. This is a way we are taking a snapshots for the volumes. We're protecting the data for the instances. So even the snapshots also consume the storage space. It will be chargeable. Next question is lifecycle manager. What is the use of lifecycle manager? So with the help of lifecycle manager, we can do these steps. Volume level snapshots, instance level snapshots we can take. If you want to, it will take a particular time. After duration, it will delete the snapshots. After the period of time, it will delete the snapshots. So this is a way we are managing it. For example, lifecycle manager. Okay, lifecycle manager, we have a different types of methods are there. EBS snapshot policy is there. EBS snapshot policy is there. Click here. Next. Do you want to create a snapshot for the volume or instance? We need to select what is the name of it. So example name, the mission name is so and so. The volume name is so and so. Example, this particular volume I want to take a snapshot. If you want anything, you can provide the description. Example, I'm providing Mumbai W16 E drive. Okay. So IAM role by default, we will use this one, and the policy should be enabled. Click on next. So resources will be a value is required. So whatever the value we have provided, automatically it will select it. And now click add. Click add like this and click on next. So it will ask that, hey, on what schedule you want to take the backup? Hmm. Schedule 1, daily, every 12 hours once, and 9 o'clock means 9 a.m. one time, 9 p.m. one time. So it will take that. How many counts I can maintain? So you can maintain like a 2 count or 3 count. So if you more than 2 count, if any old snapshots are available, it will terminate automatically. It will terminate automatically. So example 2, then you can create a review policy. If you want another schedule you want to create, you can create another schedule. This is a schedule number 2. This is schedule number 1. This is schedule number 2. Like the multiple schedules you can create, and you can click finish. What is the use of it? You don't want manually go and you can take a snapshot for important servers. You can create a schedule job. Automatically it will take a snapshot and it will delete after number of snapshots are created. This is also best technology. Okay, good feature to save our disk space. Unnecessarily, if you're 10 days, if you're taking a daily 2 snapshots, 10 into 2, 20 snapshots are consuming this volume. If you're creating a policy like only 2 snapshots you have to maintain, the old snapshots will automatically get deleted. That's the beauty of scheduling option in ABS technology. So before ending the session, any questions about ABS? Volume,
And
snapshots, lifecycle manager?
no, I think we need to practice and understand
Yes,
that.
you need to practice. Need to practice. Okay, guys. Thank you. We'll continue tomorrow.
Thank you.